Welcome back, lads and lassies. The last time we talked, we learned about dependent clauses. And today we're going to take a closer look at those dependent clauses and determine whether they are functioning as adjectives or adverbs. And I know some of you requested that I take myself in an accent of some kind, but I find it too difficult to do. So I had to let go of the Irish brogue, and you're just going to have to put up with old Mrs. Eben today. All right, let's first look at adverb clauses. When you're looking at a complex sentence and you identify the dependent clause, look at that first word. If it is a subordinating conjunction, then the clause is an adverb clause. It's functioning as an adverb, meaning it's modifying a verb, adjective, or other adverb somewhere in the sentence. And as a reminder, I have a list of subordinating conjunctions below for you to look at. Here's an example sentence. I visit the United States Capitol whenever I am in Washington, D.C. So first of all, you need to find the independent clause and then the dependent clause. If you look, I visit the United States Capitol is our independent clause. It can stand alone. The subject is I, the verb is visit. This word whenever is our subordinating conjunction, which lets us know our next clause is going to be dependent. The subordinating conjunction will always be found at the beginning of the dependent clause. Because it uses a subordinating conjunction, right away we know it's going to be an adverb clause. But you can also ask yourself, when do you visit? And the answer is whenever I am in Washington, D.C. This clause modifies the verb visit. The next dependent clause we're going to look at is called an adjective clause. An adjective clause describes nouns and pronouns and answers the questions which one, what kind, how much, how many. Adjective clauses use relative pronouns, which there are 5 of, who, whom, whose, which, that, or relative adverbs, when, where, and why. Here's our first example sentence. The White House, where every president since 1800 has lived, is our most famous residence. Again, you want to break it up into your independent and dependent clause. So if you look, the White House is our most famous residence, is our independent clause or our main clause. The word where is our relative adverb, and again, it's going to start our dependent clause. Where every president since 1800 has lived is our dependent clause. If you turn that into a question and ask, where does every president live since 1800? The answer is the White House. Our adjective clause is modifying White House, our subject, which is a noun. Here's one more example, this time using a relative pronoun. John Adams was the president who first lived there. Again, separate. John Adams was the president is our independent clause. Who first lived there is our dependent clause. Who is our relative pronoun. And again, you can ask a question. Who first lived there? Well, the answer is John Adams. John Adams is a noun, so our clause is an adjective clause. All right, make sure you come tomorrow with any questions, and for practice you can go to this link and take a practice quiz to see how you do. If you're unable to get to it through the link, you can always type in adjective and adverb clause quiz, and you should find several to practice with. See you tomorrow.